Good day everyone, this is Teacher Nori. In this video, we are going to discuss about rocks and rock cycle. But first, please prepare your pen and paper for the exercises spread through this video. What is geology? Geology is the study of rocks and minerals. A scientist studying rocks is called a geologist. What are rocks? Rocks or stones are hard materials made up of one or more minerals. Minerals are found on Earth's surface as well as deep underground. Minerals are inorganic substances. It means it did not come from living things. Some examples of rocks are fluorite, granite, conglomerate, marble, slate, sandstone, scoria, apatite, gneiss, breccia, basalt, and quartz. Rocks can be grouped into three. It can be an igneous rock, a sedimentary rock, or a metamorphic rock. Before we continue with our discussion, let us first answer exercise 1. In this exercise, you either need to identify the term being described or enumerate the terms being asked for. You only need to write your answer in your paper. Number 1. It is the study of rocks and minerals. For numbers 2, 3, and 4, you need to identify the different kinds of rocks. Number 5. These are the people studying rocks and minerals. Number 6. These are materials that do not come from living things. Number 7. They are inorganic materials found on Earth. Number 8. They are hard materials that cover the Earth. And for numbers 9 and 10, you need to give 2 examples of rocks. Now let us dive into the different kinds of rocks. The first one is the igneous rocks. The word igneous came from the Latin word for fire. It shares the same roots as the word ignite and ignition. Igneous rocks are formed when molten rock, either magma or lava, cools down. There are 2 kinds of igneous rocks: intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rock. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed when magma hardens inside the Earth. It is also called plutonic igneous rock, while extrusive igneous rocks are formed when lava hardens outside Earth. It is also called volcanic igneous rock. Here are some examples of intrusive and extrusive rocks. For intrusive rocks, we have diorite, granite, pegmatite, and gabbro. For extrusive igneous rocks, we have basalt, andesite, rhyolite, and scoria. Next, let's talk about sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed through the compaction or cementation of pieces of other rocks or organic materials. Organic materials means materials that came from living or once living things. There are 3 types of sedimentary rocks: clastic, organic, and chemical. Clastic sedimentary rocks are formed from clasts, which are pieces of other rocks that are formed through weathering. Then, it underwent compaction and cementation of rock particles. Organic sedimentary rocks are formed from hard biological materials like plants, shells, and bones that are compressed into a rock. Chemical sedimentary rock are formed from chemical precipitation. A chemical precipitate is a compound that forms when the solution is dissolved and evaporates, leaving the compound behind. Examples of clastic sedimentary rocks are conglomerate, breccia, sandstone, shale, and mudstone. Examples of organic sedimentary rock are chalk, limestone with fossils, and coal. Examples of chemical sedimentary rocks: gypsum, rock salt, chert, and travertine. The third type of rocks are the metamorphic rocks. These rocks are formed from other rocks that has undergone immense heat and pressure, changing its original form. There are two types of metamorphic rocks: foliated and non-foliated. Examples of metamorphic rocks are talc, chlorite, epidote, serpentine, corundum, staurolite, actinolite, garnet, and chrysotile asbestos. In geology, foliation is the repetitive layering of metamorphic rocks. It can be as thin as paper or over a meter thick. This means foliated metamorphic rocks are layered, while non-foliated metamorphic rocks are non-layered. To form foliated metamorphic rock, the rock must experience excessive pressure to align its minerals and form layers, while forming non-foliated metamorphic rock, the rock must be exposed to extreme heat, usually with the help of magma. Examples of foliated metamorphic rocks are gneiss and slate. Gneiss is formed through the metamorphism of granite, while slate is formed through the transformation of shale. Examples of non-foliated metamorphic rocks are marble and quartzite. Marble is formed from the metamorphism of limestone, while quartzite is produced by the metamorphism of sandstone. Now let us answer exercise 2. In this exercise, you simply need to write true if the statement is correct or false if the statement is incorrect. Number 1. There are 3 types of rocks. Number 2. Metamorphic rocks form when molten rocks are cooled down. Number 3. Magma is molten rock trapped under Earth's surface. 4. Clasts are pieces of tiny rocks. 5. Weathering is the gluing together of particles. 6. There are 2 types of metamorphic rocks. 7. Extrusive igneous rocks are formed by lava. 8. Chemical sedimentary rocks are formed from dead plants and animals. 9. Shale is the metamorphic rock form of slate. And 10. Diorite is an intrusive igneous rock. The last topic in this presentation is the rock cycle. The rock cycle is a series of processes that rocks undergo in order to change from one kind to another. A rock cycle may last for several days or millions of years. In this diagram, if we follow the arrows forming a circle and start with melting, we can form a basic rock cycle. So if we melt rocks, it will become magma or lava. And then if we cool that down and let it crystallize, it will form igneous rocks. If igneous rocks undergo weathering and erosion, it will become sediments. And through lithification or compaction and cementation, it will become sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks that undergo high heat and pressure becomes metamorphic rocks, and then the cycle will begin again. You can also notice in the diagram that there are arrows inside the circle. So this means that igneous rocks can directly melt and form magma again to become another igneous rock. Sediments as well and sedimentary rocks can directly melt and form magma. Metamorphic rocks and sedimentary rocks can undergo weathering and erosion to become sediments, then undergo lithification to become sedimentary rocks. Igneous rocks can undergo high heat and pressure to become metamorphic rocks. So it's not only the outer circle that forms the cycle, but all the parts can jump from one phase to another without disturbing the cycle. Now let us answer the final exercise for this presentation, exercise 3. In this exercise, you need to fill in the missing terms based on the rock cycle discussion. For numbers 1 and 2, rocks and rock particles must to become magma and to become igneous rock. Number 3, sediments must undergo to become sedimentary rocks. Numbers 4 and 5, the two parts of lithification are do not forget to insert your answer sheet in your clear book. And that is the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Until next time!